Hi Collective, welcome back to my channel. We are about relationships with ourselves first, okay? So we can have a healthy relationship outside of ourselves by using our intuition for our spiritual health, spiritual wealth, but it comes from managing our emotions, okay? Because we need the essence of love, all right? Loving self, loving beings, loving planet, and absolutely loving God and idolizing God only. So you can bring balance within your life. You can co-create with the universe. The universe does not co-create without you, okay? My readings are timeless, okay? We are energy. We all go through the same things, but we all deal with things differently at different times, okay? So the first card we're looking for, please do not let my readings be forced upon you. Let it resonate, all right? Someone has an insight. It could be an Aries person, okay, in the energy of I am, okay? So someone's very ambitious, all right? We're looking at using the energy with the right energy, intentions, and action to create with the universe, to co-create with the universe, because we have the courage. You could be an individualistic person, but you're very self-assured. Someone's looking at you from afar, maybe. Maybe they have the insight, but sometimes there's a lot of echoes going on. It's like you're going to the cinema, no, the theatre, and there's lots of echoes behind, but when the curtains are drawn, it looks all put together, right? So, right, the ancestors are putting things together for you, because we're going back to our original self. When we didn't use sat-navs and GPS, we're using our intuition to do trading. You could be into trading, all right? But don't be impatient, and don't be too like in your pride or quick temper when things doesn't come in your way, all right? Because someone's looking at a Queen of Cups, or a Queen of Cups has an insight into her courage, because you're looking at a cup of love, a cup of life, right? It's a very nurturing woman, very intuitive, very psychic. She's someone that can give you good advice, okay? The Queen of Cups is very nurturing, all right? Someone's thinking about the Queen of Cups. It's the sweetheart. Think of a sweetheart. A wish fulfillment. Maybe the Queen of Cups is feeling someone behind her. She has insight that someone is using her intuition to bring her forth. She can feel it by the energy. She knows someone's made a decision. They have that clarity, insight of feelings, of using truth and intuition. Because she's using her feelings to bring in her intuition. She's probably trading. She could be a traitor. She could be into trading. But she's a very nurturing woman. She could be into healing. She needs to trust her intuition, because if she's into nursing, stuff like that, or a dentist, something like that, she can bring in new pioneer ideas. But she just has to trust her intuition. She has the insight, of an adventure. Maybe she has a wish fulfillment, or she feels a fire sign person, their wish fulfillment, or the energy of someone, maybe a Libra person, in his thoughts. That's how she feels, an adventure. Maybe she feels behind her. He's a little bit promiscuous. But he wants to come in quite swiftly behind her with fulfillment. She feels the energy. She feels his energy. She feels his insight, maybe of a Libra person, when it comes to like a partnership. Maybe she feels he has a difficulty in a relationship. So she feels this stagnation. On this pathway. Because she feels like he's in a rival, a challenge. He has to stand up for himself when it comes to his own adventure, when it comes to his own wish fulfillment. Maybe he's looking at her patience as well, because he feels her. I think they feel each other. It could be the Emperor, an Aries person, Sagittarius person. He's looking at a sweetheart. He has this insight, though. He wants to have victory with this person. So he's behind her, trying to figure out how can he probably send her a message that's going to be successful. But maybe what's stopping him is maybe he was there tomorrow. Here today, gone tomorrow. Because this is someone, a Knight of Wands is like, if you want fun for a short time, he's the person to go to. If you want long term, that's not the person to go to. No. So she understands someone's lying. The Emperor, maybe the Emperor sees maybe an Aries person or Aquarius person or Queen of Cups. But she's feeling someone's lying anyway. Someone's feeling about their wish fulfillment, or someone's lying about their feelings. Someone's lying and standing back. It could be a twin flame connection, like a runner sort of thing. So you feel that push and pull. That's why she feels this insight. I think she feels that push and pull. But she understands that there's echoes in front of him. She's like she's sitting at the cinema, the theatre, and she knows behind the curtain there's a lot of madness going on in his insight that's on his mind. The lying, the stealing, the cheating, people are acting like his friend around him, people masquerading, acting like characters, but they're not being themselves. Maybe he has that insight as well, because he wants to take action. He can be bold, but he has to trust himself. He can't. Maybe he doesn't want to rush forward, but he sees that connection. He feels that like a past connection with this person. I think he really wants to come forward, but more as like a provider. But he has to understand she's about feeling, she's about action. She doesn't care about your superficial shit. And I think that's why he's holding back. I don't think he's used to showing his emotions first. I think he's more material first, then emotion. She's like, no, I'm emotion. So I don't know how, but it can work. Why? Because water and sea, they need to water it anyway. So maybe he's thinking that's my perfect person to keep me grounded, because she's got the emotion. She's got everything she does is from sincere emotions. So I think they need to learn to like maybe show their self-expression between these two energies of generosity and emotions. Maybe he runs when she's too emotional and she stands back when he's too generous, because he's thinking, whoa, manipulation. Why do you want to give me ABC? Do you know what I mean? It's a love choice, maybe. They want to go forward. But someone's lying, man. Someone wants to end the lie anyway. Someone's looking at wish fulfillment, a sweetheart. But they just need to figure out a common ground. I think that's what it is when it comes to feelings and when it comes to planting a foundation. It's the options. They're talking to each other in the spiritual world to create less confusion. This is why I would say to people, pay attention, because there's sometimes in dreams, there's things that you cannot say or cannot face in this world. The energy is too hard, and you probably end up unaliving someone. Do you know what I mean? It's more, into me, I feel a connection with someone, but maybe someone lacks commitment, so they're more focused on the material, superficial things, and that's her feeling. But she's more feelings and he's more material. So now they have to find a common ground to find an option for them to go forward into an adventure, because he looks like he wants to go forward, but it needs to be a common ground when it comes to emotions and independent wealth, like generational wealth, inheritance and all that. Justice, fairness. They need to find that fairness. They need to find that balance. They need to feel that fairness and balance, but it has to come from truth. There's no way they can go forward. No one can't go forward. Do you know what I mean? Into a wish fulfillment without truth and love. So now they're trying to figure out a common ground, maybe. This masculine could be an Aries person. A King of Wands. King of Wands is looking at his options. He's looking at his dreams. He's thinking of stability, of like a twin flame connection. It's a wish fulfillment, but it came with confusions, illusions. Because what's in between this generational wealth building with this sweetheart is too much confusions. He needs to pay attention to his dreams for his wish to come through, and he gets away the confusion by staying in the truth. It could be a masculine that likes to wear linen white shirts, but he's looking at the purity of this woman. He's made that decision, maybe about stability, homecoming, maybe to celebrate a reunion, maybe. But someone's looking at a sweetheart that's planting their own foundation. She's watering her own seeds from her dreams. That's her wish fulfillments. They all come from her dreams, you know. But he's looking, he's talking to spirit, talking to God, talking to his ancestors about putting his seeds back into his own holy grail, because someone's got lots of resources within themselves. You just have to pay attention to your dreams and don't be so promiscuous. Maybe this masculine is looking at an adventure. Maybe he has this passion to go towards her. He's gone through the pathway. Maybe he's just looking for a way to go forward to her community and be more reliable on this pathway to this sweetheart. Because he wants, like, maybe this masculine King of Wands. 4, 5, 6. He wants a victory with this sweetheart, but he sees this challenge and obstacle. So maybe he's thinking about this friend. Could be a Libra person, an Aquarius person, how to heal the situation. He feels that's a sweetheart, that's a healer, that's a star seed. Maybe he was confused for a bit because maybe he had information and advice from an earth sign or water sign person that bring confusions, illusions towards an adventure. Now, someone's very passionate when it comes to actions, being a visionary, being very action-orientated person. This person can be like a chameleon. They can change quite a lot. They have that power. So someone's looking at healing, or this could be a star, or we're looking at a wish fulfillment, being more reliable, being more organized. Maybe he feels he wasn't loyal to this person. This is why it's going to be difficult for this masculine to go forward to this Queen of Cups for a new love. Because she's pouring all that love within herself, but she had this insight of an earth sign person putting pills in this masculine's drink. So now there was confusion to wish fulfillment. That's what brought illusions to this masculine when it comes to his adventure. Maybe it made him more promiscuous. But now he's running passionate towards his feelings, head on. But he's going towards this person armored. He's going armored. He said, yeah, I'm going in armored, man. Yeah, I want victory. I know she's going to bollock me. I know she is. I'm going in with my armor from head to toe. But I'm passionate, man. Yeah, I'm passionate about this person. But she's passionate about watering her seeds. Because she's into self-love. So this is probably what's attracting this masculine into a 9 of Cups. Both of them are... She's more fully in her 9 of Cups, a wish fulfillment, maybe for a fire sign person. A fire sign person is in his 9 of Cups for this loving woman. All right, could be an air sign person he's looking at, but they're looking at their feelings. They both got the same information. They're both curious about this new love, or they're curious about seeds and water that brings illusions, delusions towards this masculine King of Wands. Maybe he turned his back on her and went for a pathway and was more reliable to an earth sign person. That's what he's thinking of, that he needs to take more control and authority when it comes to his trading. Take it as it resonates. But he's bringing his armor on when it comes to passion and reliability, because he knows she's turning her back because of this confusion and people stalking and being quite curious about this new love. So they bring illusions. Could be King of Swords, looking at his passion for Queen of Cups. But they're learning. Someone's very curious, but a water sign person or earth sign person is just stalking, being quite curious, nosy, prying into people's business. So the foundation of this King of Wands is a Queen of Pentacles. They're on a promiscuous adventure, but this Queen of Pentacles keep looking and stalking at this new love. So you've got to go within and seek your own truth. So now we're looking at a situation where maybe this masculine has found the perfect mother and person to work at home. So you're looking at a businesswoman and a loving mother at the same time, creating their own status. But he went reliable maybe to someone else, maybe an earth sign person. But it was a promiscuous adventure. A third party person. But it seems like he wants to celebrate with Aquarius person, a star seed. Or these could be people that's looking for the star energy, but they're looking for it outside of themselves and from other people. So they're not going to work that way. It doesn't work that way. That's not the manifestation. Let's try these cards, actually. Okay, so someone has an insight into someone's courage, maybe a Aquarius person's courage as a loving woman that goes within. Into me, I feel, because into me, I see an insight of someone's wish fulfillment when it comes to passion, adventure. But somebody went on a promiscuous adventure instead. That's what the insight is for their victory, okay? But now it's become a challenge, rivals, obstacles for the King of Wands, for the Queen of Pentacles, a third-party person that's looking at reliability for their pathway. So now we see a situation where maybe this Aries person, or the Emperor, feels this burden going towards the sweetheart. It seems to be quite a burden, and she feels this burden, but she's more focused on her sparkling ideas, because she's gone into her own holy grail, and she's looking at the cup of love, because her cup of life is her holy grail, her feeling. She goes by energy to create her generational wealth. So she's a very good mother, very good advisor. Somebody wants to go towards the sweetheart passionately, but instead they were there today, gone tomorrow. So now we're looking at the Queen of Wands. That was his counterpart. He feels that was his counterpart person. But he ran away from that person and went to a businesswoman for promiscuity and adventure, for action. So now we're looking at a situation where somebody wants to end someone's wish fulfillment. Somebody wants to end someone's wish fulfillment, to walk away and stay on a passion, promiscuous adventure with a Queen of Pentacles. But his King of Wands is thinking about walking away, maybe from his Queen of Pentacles on this pathway. Walking away from people, things and places that don't serve one for one's highest good. But he walked away from a Queen of Cups. He was there today, gone tomorrow, and walked away to a pathway to reliability, to an earth sign person. So now we see this masculine looking at his pathway of walking away promiscuously. He treated someone like a one-night stand, and he ended a wish fulfillment. And that was the wish for Queen of Pentacles as well. Because now he went on a pathway for unrequited love, turned his back on a counterpart. So now we see unrequited love. We're looking at manipulation, one-night stand. We're looking at cheaters that rely on manipulation from the emotions. So now we're looking at a situation where they've seen this burden of an air sign person, the High Priestess, that's looking within them, seeing these options that maybe an earth sign family is looking at. And maybe the King of Wands is looking at the High Priestess, trying to guide the Emperor back to the original source. But he went today, gone tomorrow. He went to focus on a superficial person, an earth sign family, when it comes to generational wealth, inheritance. So the Queen of Cups, she's using her intuition, her own hidden feelings of this mystery. She's the Empress, and she's starting out her own life, okay? And then what he's looking at is the Empress, very loving person, very abundant person. Maybe he feels telepathically connected to this person, but he ignored this person and made it as an option and walked away and ended. Maybe somebody wanted to end this confusion, but he walked away from a sweetheart, a counterpart. And now it's a wish fulfillment for someone to end the sweetheart, because somebody was stalking, spying in the Queen of Pentacles. Because now we're looking at the Emperor and the Empress. He walked away from the Empress to go to somebody else, to be reliable on an unrequited love journey on their pathway. It was about manipulation, one night stand, okay? Because a third party person was relying on this King of Wands. So now maybe this King of Wands has a different perspective when it comes to stability. Maybe this third party person is very narrow-minded, or they both are. Because now we're looking at going within, seeing someone's uniqueness, a third party person. So now they understand an air sign person. Now they're thinking about this conflict they have now. Because now they understand they're buying a rival to an air sign person. The Emperor did. Because now we understand the Higher Priestess is the Empress. The Queen of Cups, someone very loving. Alright. They went for a different offer. And she's going for her own offer when it comes to the hand of God. So now we understand new love. Someone's got conflicted about new love. Because now we understand maybe this masculine is spiritually married to someone, because this is the divine masculine. So the divine feminine sees, when she looked within herself, into me I see, because into me I feel. A wish fulfillment is coming to an end, because the King of Wands, the Emperor, has gone to a Queen of Pentacles, a third-party person, and was reliable to that person. Because it's all about manipulation, cheating, scamming, you name it. So she said, you stay in your own corner, and now they're in regret, okay? When it comes to Wheel of Fortune, that just fell out. Someone, Queen of Pentacles, is stalking with this institution, a Taurus person. Stalking, spying, the Empress. Trying to be the Empress because she's around the King of Wands, enabling her fucking behavior. So now we're looking at King and Queen of Pentacles, a power couple, an air sign person. And now the King of Wands is in regret. Why? Because he planted a foundation with Queen of Pentacles, a third-party person that he should have walked away from, but he didn't. He didn't. He needs to take control and authority over this Queen of Pentacles, a third-party person. Maybe this masculine has walked away from a Queen of Pentacles because he's looked in an air sign person, and he sees that maybe he should have walked away. Nope. He made instead a Queen of Pentacles want to fight a Aquarius person at any cost when it comes to juggling. So now we see maybe the King of Wands sitting there, and with the Queen of Swords, backstabbing. Why? Sparkling ideas went to an earth sign person to act like they were independently wealthy. So now we're looking at maybe King of Wands and Queen of Swords looking at this battle, this backstabbing. Now she's going into unsparkling ideas, and she's single, creating her own solid projects because she's inspired by the soul. So now we're looking at intuition, looking at this insight. Maybe they're on the internet watching. Never mind. Because why? Queen of Swords is the alchemist. Alright. So now we understand the King of Wands, the Emperor, wants to give an equal give and take, because now he sees the Queen of Swords as a power couple. But when he didn't want to go by his own intuition, and he saw Genevieve Nadia with fame, fake fame, he went over there. So he didn't go by faith, he went by sight. To a third-party person, someone he felt familiar with, maybe an ex-person, or a friend, or someone just familiar. Now we're looking at maybe somebody wants to do a reunion, okay, with a soulmate that is a King and Queen of Wands. Want to plant a foundation, and that's the truth. We have clarity about this masculine doing teamwork with someone, because we went within, we found God, we always had God, but this third-party person, they don't believe in God, so they were lying, stealing, cheating, and trying not to put people's property. Aquarius person, all right, you stay over there. I'm going away from you lot because you are just immature. So they come to calmer waters about this thieving, stealing, cheating, trying to act like a friend with a Taurus person, and she's going to her own cup of love. Why? Because she's the earth angel. We ain't got time for immature people trying to do entrapments because they want an estate. They want love letters to self from a Leo person. They were relying on it. So now someone feels unloved because we looked within, saw a 2 of Cups. Somebody's working on their options with the devil, the Queen of Pentacles. There you go. You can't even lie. Different deck, Queen of Pentacles, devil. Let's put that right there. Because somebody doesn't like to look at their shame. They have to be told instead. Because they act like they don't like dirty washings. Obviously they do. Because all this could be sorted out in private. But no, the devil wants to be out here cleaning out her dirty laundry. Why? Because she's a stealing little whorepipe. Never mind. Remember, walking love, talking truth. I love you guys. Bye.